It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rabble panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't, easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and...
Damn. And here I was, hoping my upstairs visitor was just playing tricks on me. Who are you? Nobody? This again? Hey, a sheep!
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully. Her rectangular...
Hey! Get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in? Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed, that set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, a gentlewoman among jesters, you are.
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you.
Is my shift over? Wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy scrounger? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face. Damn! If it's not one thing, it's another. And no way I can trust those fools to deal with any nonsense on their own. Can't leave the prisoner alone, though. He's been nothing but trouble, I hear. If it's all the same, I think it's best he comes with me. Hurry it up, sorcerer. We haven't got all day.
A dead magister.
So
Somebody
much for
will
a
have to take the
peaceful
blame
stroll.
for this. And it won't be me.
I'm ready. Meet your maker. No key? No problem. I'll need to get clever with this lock. And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
She frowns and peers at you closely.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens. Oh, do go on. I won't hold it again. My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps so let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what for your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's. Don't you dare! If you violate the virtue of—
Index fingers pressed to her lips. She paused.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good girl— My, these smelling salts are strong stuff. Off to the herd.
Good gods! There's been a murder here.
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles.
Easy now. You're paling me arse. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. Hands to yourself. Bloody...
A young Magister stands pale and silent. Her
Nothing to see.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. We'll find out who did this.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Finn was killed by Source. If a Majesty looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here it is. You let me know if you hear anything.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us.
Hey! I know who you... I know you. I heard you sing. Wow! You look cool. I like your hair. I like your eyes. I like your colour.
Or would I reassure you and you shut up? Lad? It's sufferable.
Anyway.
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old...
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
She shakes her head.
Game for one. I'm rolling dice, deciding fates. Don't worry, honey.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy
Never say never, though.
She eyes you quite
Not the future, no. But I can read the past. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue. Efficient, like...
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. My, aren't you a pretty cup full of sugar and spice? Of course it is. The truth's right, but don't you worry, darling. Your secret. I don't lick and tell.
You've got this wolf on a leash now.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares...
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I bet 3 months...
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now...
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander.
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white...
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from No. The dead man. Finn, is it? I'd no business with him.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back...
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The Joy. I've heard a lot. Nothing good. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Easy now. I might think the same.
What are you conspiring about over there?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He's...
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his... Ifan raises his eyebrows, but shakes his head at your attempts to...
I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take...
Else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Good find.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well, there has been a first, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magister's more concerned than your intellect.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You're sitting there, Jolison. What on earth is the matter?
Murder most foul, and I strongly suspect you know all about it.
Do you? Well, perhaps you're absolutely
Boring.
Mad? Insufferable? Surely.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eye.
Listen up, Ghetto. You hear that?
He turns his head toward you, looking you up and down.
You look like a Ghetto to me. Listen, if you're interested. Or get gone if you aren't. The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from...
And?
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That lady. I always knew you'd turn out from...
The fellow cocks his ear.
That isn't
He cocks his ear to the other side.
anticipation. She senses something. That's all you hear, though. Listen close. There now, just like the...
Squeeze!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy.
There, you heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. No, you beautiful idiot. That wasn't any rat. It was the wheel. Pardon my beard. That means if we'd been travelling for... Yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy. Yeah, no indeed.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily.
That'll be all, thank ye kindly, Gero.
He continues stroking his beard.
That has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
Boring.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mezd. Your kind always hung closest to her.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring... Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat.
Well, well. What have we here?
The lizard looks you up and down. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
My, we are fierce. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook? Oh, goodness, no. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
One of us will kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? Dear Lord, I might as well try and teach. So, 3 questions asked, As per your own testimony, you have the taste buds of a dung beetle, the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit. That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
I know, but you just don't have... Still. Hone your skills, and one day you may just qualify for a position in a lesser...
Wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hand you right over the side of this ship with him.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He reaches out and takes your hand, turning it this way and that, examining it from every angle. He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
I have already examined it and found it quite... Oh dear. I seem to have crossed... You have my apology. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once. I do not believe I have been drawn anywhere. It is a quaint little read, but it has its faults. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Most unusual. And if it's not too rude... No. I want to know about the Celeste. This text tells me that they created... Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others? Of course you don't have any... Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
No amount of pestering will get...
Here's the register, ma'am. Good, good. You faring okay so far?
He tugs the...
Sorry you're upset, ma'am. You head on in.
We'll hang you right over the side of this ship with him.
You seem on edge, officer. Murder most foul. What on earth is the matter? Strongly suspect you know all about it. Murder most foul.
Well, perhaps you're absolutely right. Do you? Well, perhaps...
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous...
So you admit it, then?
Yes, I did.
She turns her head.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan.
We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for it.
She reaches for her collar and simply...
I'm just about to create...
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she can't source, the voice...
She smiles with wit.
Precise.
What's happened?
Oh! What? Water? Wine? For
The lizard's eyes close. The Magister lies on the floor.
blocked. I'll need to find another way.
Damn! That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards. God damn it! Need to get off this wreck and quick. What fresh hell is this? Something's pounding on the hull.
The marking on the door was painted recent. You press your palm against it, doesn't budge. Pass through the door, and the skeleton is quick.
No. It catches fire.
The skeleton looks up.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be...
The skeleton...
Yes, no wonder you ridiculous...